All right, we've taken the journey. We've reviewed all three of his films that he's made so far. And I know many people said Beau is Afraid is going to be his most divisive film. No, I'm going to confidently say this will probably be his most divisive film. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuickTime Reactions, and the day is finally here where I'm going to be reviewing Eddington. This movie, of course, is written and directed by Ariaster and stars Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Austin Butler, Emma Stone, Deidre O'Connell, along with a lot more people. And this story takes place in the height of the pandemic, May of 2020. And we have two guys, Ted, played by Pedro Pascal, who is the current mayor of Eddington, New Mexico, and Joe, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who is the sheriff. And both men have very different opinions on how things should go in the town, especially during the pandemic. And so Joe decides that he's going to try and run for mayor. And well, during the course of this film, not only does he have to maybe try and win over his constituents, but also deal with a rough family life, but also have to deal with a lot of stuff not only going on in the town, but also in the country during this point as well. So you guys have seen me react to both of the trailers, or I should say both trailers that I reacted to, because they did drop another trailer, but I decided I wasn't going to react to that one. But both of the mainline trailers, the teaser and then the first official trailer, you guys saw me react to that. And I pointed out that this is probably going to be Ari Aster's most realistic film that he's ever done. Because, like, you know, with Hereditary, that was family drama masked around some, demonic stuff going on. With Midsummer, it was a relationship movie that was also covered in cultish vibes. And then with Beau's Afraid, you have family drama mixed in with a whole smorgasbord of stuff that is going on that makes your head spin 9 ways from Sunday. And then here, I predicted that this was probably going to be his most realistic film, and that stands. Like, every event or everything that the characters in this movie do are stuff that I've seen happen in real life, have heard happen in real life, or are going to happen in real life. Like, this is eerily similar to what we are going through right now. And that is scary. It is literally as though Ari Aster decided to put a mirror up to the whole entire world, but more specifically us here in the United States. And he's just like, all right, take it all in. And then after, these, 2.5 hours, come up with your decisions. Who's in the right, who's in the wrong? Have at it. And I think that this may cause some shitstorms to happen, with, people reading it one way and then, reading it a completely different way. Because I hate to say it, that's what we've that's what we've turned into as not only people, but also as a society as well. Like, it's either one thing or the other thing. There's no middle ground. No middle ground whatsoever. It is just one thing or the other. And that is a mindset that I really don't see. Like, there can be merits to bad things that happen, and there can be some, negative connotations to some really positive events. Not everything is so clear cut. And I really love this movie's ability to just be like, here's life during the pandemic. Here's all these people. Here's all the decisions that they make. You make the decisions for yourself, and just see how everything kind of plays out. Everyone in the cast did an absolutely amazing job. Joaquin Phoenix, once again, coming back to be in an Ariaster film, does an absolutely amazing job as Joe. Pedropascal does a really good job as Ted, kind of being Joe's polar opposite in many ways. Like, you can see, like, they have multiple confrontations throughout this film. It's like they know how to basically get back at each other. Like, their dynamic and the way that they play off each other, so well done. Austin Butler, for his brief time in the film, is really, really good, very charismatic. Granted, I've not seen a lot of Austin Butler's work. I've only seen him in Doom Part 2, and I feel like I've seen him in other stuff. But this is the first time I've ever seen him play like a very outwardly charismatic role. And I think he does it very, very well. And then Emma Stone as this kind of object that both Ted and Joe have a history with. I don't want to reveal too much in this, but both those men have a history with her, and it's very telling of, like, the history with one and then the history with the other. Whereas one, realizes his mistakes and, just distances himself from it. And then the other one is like, well, how can this benefit me? And I think you can maybe, from the trailers, just assume who I'm talking about in this instance. Cinematography in this was absolutely amazing. There were many long one takes in this movie, with like characters going through rooms, walking through hallways, or if it's just like the camera rotating around a subject. It was all really, really good stuff, cinematography wise. The score in this, while not being omnipresent as like other movie scores are, like, this one comes in and strikes at the right time to let you know, okay, we're shifting gears. Like, this is like something's about to happen here, and I really appreciate that from this score. I have to say, like, the one big takeaway from this film, in my opinion anyway, is definitely Ariaster just like putting up that mirror to everyone here in the States and basically saying, look at this, and look at this, look at yourself. Where would you fall on this spectrum? And then after 2.5 hours, what would be your decisions? Because we lived through this. We are continuing to live through this. And it's through our decisions that our future is shaped. And I think that Ari Aster is like definitely showing like some decisions are good things and other decisions are bad things. And it's like he doesn't definitively pick a side on this. He remains very neutral. He basically just takes us, puts us in this situation for, however long this movie takes place, and just lets us form our own opinions about these characters, and then goes forward and says, this is how, the story ends for this person. This is how the story ends for this person, da 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 da. And then basically we have to go and say, would I make those same decisions? Did I make those same decisions during this time period? And it's very much introspective and also retrospective at the same exact time. But I think this movie was absolutely amazing, and I don't know how, other people are going to take it, but I absolutely enjoyed this movie. It's not my favorite out of his, but it is still a really, really good movie, executed to perfection, in my opinion. Cast did an amazing job. Ari did an amazing job writing and directing. Music also really, really good as well. Cinematography, absolutely amazing. If you want to, I would definitely go and check out Eddington in theaters. But that is pretty much gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching my review. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of Eddington and what did you take away from this movie? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe out there, and remember, we're all humans just trying to live on this floating spaceship called a planet. Be kind to each other and respect each other. Please and thank you. I will see you next time.